So his is a view of religion as being instrumental. Practicing Islam is only a means to an end, and the end is the transformation of the soul. He was afraid of the reifying of religion, so that people practice it for its own sake, either for worldly advantages or simply because that was the expression of their identity. For him, that's a form of hidden shirk al-khafi, which has been warned against in the hadith which he constantly cites. He says, constantly remember that religion is about wayfaring, and it's to help you along a journey. And he cites the saying of Imam al-Hasan al-Basri, الدنيا قنطرة فاعبروها ولا تعمروها. The world is a bridge, cross it, don't build on it. And the famous hadith in which one of the Sahaba noted that the Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam had slept on some rough rush matting which left marks on his skin when he arose from his rest, and said, why do we not get you comfortable bedding such as those that the kings recline on? And he said, towards the world I am just a wayfarer. Be in the world as though a wayfarer or a stranger. كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب أو عابر السبيل. And that really was the watchword of Imam Al-Ghazali's own life. He was a wayfarer and a wanderer, a man who was able to give up every form of wealth and prestige and satisfaction because of a doubt over his own niyyah. So he exemplified his own agenda. He lived it himself, and that's one reason why his books have such a powerful effect on the soul. The ulama have even said that the Muslim who cannot find a spiritual director, for whatever reason, can find it in the ihya. Al-ihya'u shaykhu man la shaykha lah. The ihya is the shaykh of whoever does not have a shaykh. Because through it, almost miraculously, the Imam seems to speak to us in person. It's not possible to open it at any page, whatever the subject, and not have one's attention immediately engaged and one's heart slowly transformed. Which is why the ulama have made it a constant wird to read through the ihya many times in their lives. Many of the great shuyukh have held classes completing the one book of the 40 books of the ihya in each week, and then doing a khatam at the end of the 40 weeks. This is a common practice amongst the ulama of Hadramaut, common practice in Egypt. I knew Sheikh Muhammad Najib al-Muti'i, Allah yarhamah, one of the great ulama of Egypt, who died about 15 years ago, and this was his practice. Every week he would do another chapter of the ihya, and then he would have a khatam. It's the practice of the ulama of Indonesia and the ulama of Turkey. There is no book after the Quran and the Sunnah that has been honored in this way by the ulama of Islam. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to achieve something of what the Imam achieved, namely that we might live what we learn, not just file it away with all of the other knowledges that the secular world inculcates in us, but that it can be a knowledge that directly acts upon our souls for the sake of our own transformation and for the sake of our safety and well-being, insha'Allah, in the akhirah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله تعالى رب العالمين.